The way campaign structure are made for SaaS businesses in 2025 and going to 2026 is completely different than it used to be in 2023 and 2024. And I'm about to show you exactly how I structure campaigns for my clients and how I structure campaigns for myself to go and have the best winnings from Facebook, and how to treat Facebook as a partner and not as an enemy as everyone says. Hi, my name is Nikita. I am the founder of Mod Media Agency, where we help SaaS businesses grow together with our ad scaling growth system. Without any more introduction, let's get straight to this video. I'm gonna show you exactly the old way, and I'm gonna show you the new and best way, and also I'm gonna show you two examples of two accounts that we right now have at Mod Media Agency. So let's get straight to it. Now, this is the old way. I believe it was good and it sometimes still works, but in exceptional cases, and I don't recommend anyone to start with. The old way was the following. You had a testing campaign and you had a scaling campaign, or a prospecting campaign. The way you used to do is you'd have an ad set, and in that ad set you would have a bunch of creatives. And then you would put them in one ad set and you would let them run. And after you've identified the winning ads, you would just duplicate that one and you would put in your other campaign, which is the scaling one. You'd have another ad set and you'd put all the winning ads. Now, the question you might have is this working or not? No, it's not working anymore. It's still suitable. Some companies still use it. I'm not gonna say they don't use it, but it's different for every other cases. Right now, we have something like this for e-commerce, for instance, and they use Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, where they put all of the ads into one ad set and it's working phenomenal for them. For others, it's not. But for SaaS businesses, it's a bit more complicated. And you can still try and do it, but it's not recommended by myself and by Meta itself. Meta is actually looking for something broad, for having enough data that they can learn from. And simply putting all the data in one ad set and not learning anything from it and just putting in another campaign. And by the way, those campaigns don't even talk with themselves. It's just a poor decision making at the business level. And for this reason, I've seen many campaigns scaling, and after the Andromeda update, they've been starting complaining that the algorithm is broken. And actually it's not broken. They've just been having this operational error all this time. And they've been scaling budgets and campaigns all of these times. Just because Andromeda created this change and gave favor for people who were actually testing the better way and are actually scaling campaigns in the right way, they just started complaining. And if you're someone from those kind of people, those kind of businesses, but they've been running this way ads, and after the update, you've seen so many wildly changes and you just don't know how to deal with it. Well, just understand that this might be the case. That's why, if you want to do this kind of testing, my recommendation is don't do it. Go through the new and best way, which I'm about to show you to you. Still, you can do it if you want to test something, but it's not worth it. It's better just to leave it the way it is, which we do at Mod Media Agency, and also I recommend everyone. So let's get into the new and best way of how to run ads on Facebook for SaaS businesses. So this is exactly how this works. So we have one campaign. We don't have scaling campaign, prospecting campaign, bottom of a funnel campaign, top of a funnel campaign, or middle of a funnel campaign. We don't have any of those. We have one campaign, and this campaign, it's also our testing campaign, and it's also our winning campaign, or prospecting or scaling campaign. And we usually do DCT, which is dynamic creative testing, which means that we usually have one video with three variables. Usually maybe it can be the hook, can be the body, can be the creative type. So we have different ways of how we structure those creatives. Then we have two ad copies, and two ad headlines. And after we have this dynamic creative testing, and we have in another ad set, we'll let it test for at least 72 hours. We literally don't make any changes until we start seeing spending and getting at least 72 hours of results. We actually even leave it to 1 week until we make changes, even 2 weeks. It does depend, because the more the machine learns from your data, the more it gives you back. What happens after we found our winning campaign? Well, simply put, we take the winning ad, and winning ad can be everything. It can be this creative working the best with this ad copy, with this ad headline. And the machine tested this one, this combination, let me just put it like this. The machine tested this one and it worked the best. Which is great. The machine could have tested this one and it didn't work. The machine could have tested this one it didn't work. Same with this. Maybe it could have tested like this, didn't work. Tested like this, didn't work. And so on until it finds the winning campaign. That's why you have to let it spend. Because if a concept spends, it means that the machine finds it worth. It gives a good experience for the audience, for our viewers, for our users. And after you take this one, you simply put in a different ad set, which is our main winning ad set. And you simply copy the ad post ID, which you go ahead and you can look at the preview. And when you look at the preview, you can find the post ID and you just take that one and you put it in another ad set. And that's how you have it with your comments, likes, and shares, and so on. Now, sometimes we don't even do that. I've seen happening following. We take the one winning, we put in the main ad set, and it's not spending. It's only one ad that's spending from other creatives we've done, and it's simply not spending. So we just sometimes leave it in the dynamic creative constant. We just let it run there, and we just kill the budget. That's exactly how we do it. And I usually don't do more than 2 dynamic creative tests. I leave it to 2. I have one main ad set. I can have it free, but ideally I'm trying to spend per ad set 1 CPA, which I've talked about in my other videos, which means that 1 cost per action has to be my daily budget if I have only 1 ad set. For example, here I have 2 ad sets, which means that if 1 cost per action for me would be $30, I should spend $60, no lower than that. Because if I spend lower than that, I will simply not have enough data to say if this is working or not. So this is exactly how I have and how I do campaigns. I've been doing this for the last couple of years, since early 2024, late 2023, and it's been working the best. Especially after the Andromeda update, it's been booming for me. And it's simply put, we've just been following what Meta has been trying to tell us all this time. And here are 2 examples of how we do that. We have one campaign. In one campaign, we have different dynamic creative tests. So we have, you can see here, we have DCT 06, DCT 07, DCT 08, we have CO1, CO2, and all these are batches of creatives. And each batch has their own creatives. So for us to find what's working and what's not working, we have to let it spend a bit before making assumptions. And after that, we go to put it in our winning ad set, which you can see here, ad set winning 1. And here's another example. We have everything in one campaign, and by the way, it's a CBO. We rarely do ABO nowadays. Sometimes we can create some custom value rules for ad set if it's not spending and we want to test that creative. And at the ad set level, we keep it like I just showed you. We don't make big changes. We have our ad set, which we test our creative, and then we can put it in a winning ad. For this example, we did not do it. We just kept those same creatives in their own ad sets and we just scale the campaign, and it's totally fine. If you don't see it working, if you don't see it spending, just leave it in the same ad set, tie it again in a week or 2 or 3 weeks from now and see if it's going to work or not. So this is exactly how we spend and how we generate users every single day for our clients. And if you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe and like this video so other SaaS businesses can see it. Now, if you're interested in having a partner to help with scaling your account, but also helping you with backend optimization, or figure out how you can increase the value of a client and figure out how you can make more money out of what you have right now, then click the link below and book a call with me, and let's see if what we're doing is the right fit for you. If you like this video, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next one.